Leah and I have been living in our Prius for over 5 weeks now, and more than half of those nights we spent stealth camping. So today we're gonna show you what that looks like. Hello everybody, and welcome back. We are still in Portland.
This is such a flattering angle for me. Why did you start it here? How do I even turn so it looks better?
So as many of you know, Leah and I have been living in our Toyota Prius, and one of the things we have learned along the way is how to stealth camp. So that's what we're gonna show you in this video.
I'm stealthy behind you right now. I'm stealthing. We are back in Portland, so I can pick up my Wise card, which is basically one of the only ways we're able to get out cash while we were on this trip. Levi's arrived when we were in Portland before, and mine was not. So we went on a week-long trip through Oregon to come back to Portland.
But we are here for one night of stealth camping before we finally leave this area and start our journey south. This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Yay, skills. We are here at this local laundromat. I don't think we realized how often you need to do laundry until we lived on the road and realized that we're literally sleeping on top of where our dirty laundry is.
It doesn't matter where you go, a laundromat is always an experience.
I love it, but this one has a puppy.
We didn't film the puppy.
Oh.
So nobody knows what you're talking about.
Can we go back and film a puppy? His name was Boba.
Oh my god, there it is.
Yes, it's been through some.
So this card, it's been a long time in the making.
It has. We tried so many different options of trying to bank in America and not get charged out the wazoo every time you wanted to buy something or every transaction. And this was the best way, but you have to mail it to a physical address. So thankfully our Airbnb dude was like, yeah, send it there. And look.
And there it is.
There it is.
This is not a sponsored video, and I am not even going to say that I like Wise. I would say that they are the best and only option. Dealing with them has been a nightmare. Trying to get money to and from bank accounts. They have absolutely zero customer service to speak of.
But the actual services that they offer are really needed.
Wise is a online digital bank where you can hold multiple currencies on one card. So with this card, we have pesos, American dollars, and Canadian dollars. When we pay for something with this card, it is using that currency. So you don't get charged a conversion fee by your bank and then also Visa every time you make an interaction. That's why it's so important. That's why we travel back to get it. Now we can move on with our lives.
To the laundry. They'd have poke and stuff.
So this is kind of the bulk of the video that you don't see most of the time.
It's us trying to make decisions.
We've been sitting in the car, literally outside of the laundromat here for the last 30 minutes, just trying to figure out if we should stay here in this neighborhood and eat lunch or dinner near here, or if we should drive closer to where we need to go tomorrow and stop there and eat there. And all the while, it's just hot and we're hungry.
We've done Mississippi Ave, right?
Yeah, I think we should just go to a different area.
Yeah. Go have a beer, FaceTime our friends.
Yeah. All right, well, we just finished off a sushi meal.
We're tired. It's been a lot. I was just saying to Levi, my head hurts. I'm tired. I'm at the end of my period. I just want to lay in the car and watch Stranger Things, okay? That's all I want.
So as you can see, we are here just in the middle of a regular neighborhood, and this is not actually where we are going to be sleeping tonight. We are just going to organize our things and get everything ready. Can you explain what you're doing?
So the thing is, we have to take everything from this back section into the front seat so we can lay out the bed. Then we put it all back here to drive it to where we want to go, all sneakity like, so we can crawl in the back.
Why didn't you get so quiet there?
I don't know, because I'm nervous.
All right, so now we're inside the car, putting on our window covers. Basically, we pick whatever side of the car is going to be like the least obvious to random people passing by, and we put our window covers on it so that we can get as much airflow into the car as possible, so that we don't suffocate.
We've had a lot of people saying that you can leave the Prius on all night. Mm-hmm. The only thing is when you're boondocking, you want to be kind of secretive. I don't know, your car running through most of the night?
I don't think it would be that big of an issue, but I do see why it would be kind of random to like hear a car start up every now and then, even though our car is extremely quiet. But also the reality is like it just hasn't been hot enough for us to justify doing that.
Yeah, honestly, we have our little fan. We put these on.
It's usually pretty good.
Do the trick.
All right, so now we are going to find our place for the night. So this is where we have decided to post up for the night. That's actually a cemetery on the other side, ironically. And this is where we're at. There's cars parked around. There's a whole row of houses behind us. We like to be next to a hedge like this just because it gives us a little privacy on one side of the car. And then there's also the option for us to leave the windows a little bit more open on that side because it's unlikely that somebody's gonna see it from the far side. After that, we put on our window covers just to prevent any peeking eyes from looking in on us while we're in the car. And honestly, it's pretty hard to tell there's anything going on. Like, if you come up to the outside of this car, it is impossible to see anything going on, and it mostly just looks like we have a really serious tint. So normally we wouldn't brush our teeth where we sleep, just because it draws unnecessary attention to the fact that we're sleeping in our car, but this is a pretty quiet area, and the vibes are good, so we're just gonna finish it up here while we can. Okay, so here we are in the car. As you can see, we have our covers up. Something we just tried to troubleshoot and did not have any success with is many of your ideas to leave the car on in the night.
Great idea, except the lights are always on, the running lights. So it's a bit conspicuous to have the lights on in your car.
If you're sleeping in it.
Yeah, no, they just turn on.
That is kind of a bummer because it is pretty hot in here, but we are going to sleep tonight. I'm sorry, guys. This was supposed to be like our fun stealth camping, and we're like just not feeling it tonight. And this is just what you get. So.
Yeah. Can we watch Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
So, to say that that night was difficult.
It's a bit of an understatement.
Difficult to the point, in fact, that we forgot to mention the sponsor of this video, which is Skillshare. And stick with me here.
They may not teach you boondocking on Skillshare. That's fair. But there are plenty of other skills and amazing people who can teach you amazing things.
Skillshare is an online learning community where you can expand your current interests or learn new things from experts, people online who have made it their profession to do this kind of stuff and are willing to share it with you.
There are literally thousands of classes available on Skillshare.
The one that I always recommend, which I think is great for anyone, is iPhone filmmaking, which teaches you how to make videos with the phone you have in your pocket. It is the reason why we are able to make content while we're on the road, and maybe it'd be something fun for you to learn too.
You can spend money on just about anything, but these skills are things you're going to be able to use again and again.
It might even help subsidize your rent if you're able to learn how to live in a car.
and change your entire life.
Okay, that was dramatic.
Because we live in a car now. I don't know if you'd asked me a year ago.
That's true. Anyway, thank you to Skillshare for making this lifestyle possible. Let's get back into the video. Good morning. As Leah just said,
We were pretty over it last night, but I had a good sleep.
yeah. Somehow, we slept.
You did figure out the air conditioning, though, with the light turning off. Levi persevered. I had a headache, so I just laid here going,
See, this is crazy though. Like, that guy just walked right by the car. Like, no idea. Like literally all night, all morning we're in here and nobody knows the difference.
We're not disturbing anyone. I think that's the thing, right?
So this is what the car looks like in the morning. Looks a little cluttered, but not bad. Up in the hammock, we keep our clothes so it's easily accessible, so we can just change inside here before we get out. And yeah, basically we just take down the covers, put on our clothes, and get out like we've been sleeping somewhere else all night. So for a long time, this was kind of like the sketchiest part, was like getting out of the car in the morning. But then we sort of realized that like as soon as you get out and you're standing beside your car, you're just like another person standing outside of their car in the morning.
Act natural. I'm just loading things in and out of my car. Nothing to see. Nothing to see.
Is that for the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just a matter of resetting all of our stuff back into the back seat. Leah's still in there.
I'm so glad you and I are morning people.
Oh, God.
Because if you weren't, this would not be fun.
No. So I know all of you have probably already left comments explaining how to turn on the car and sleep in it without the lights turning on. It's surprisingly very difficult to find this information, but if you put the parking brake on, the lights won't come on.
That's so great. A simple solution for a simple problem.
But at 10 o'clock at night when you're already exhausted and it's like 28 degrees, it was hard.
Yeah, it was. I was not being helpful either. I was like, I don't know. My head hurts. I lay here now.
So we're at the breakfast place now, and these are our cups, which we basically use on an almost daily basis. These things have been indispensable while on the road. They keep everything cool, they keep everything hot, and yes, we put beer and coffee on them on separate days. We just wash them in between. If you think that's gross, you hate the planet. Yeah, why don't you give us a morning face makeup routine video right now?
I usually use a water bottle and I dump some water on my cloth. And I just literally wipe. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll wash. No. Not today.
No.
I put on some face oil just to, get some moisturizer. And then I have a tinted sunscreen.
Yeah, and we actually just picked this up.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this actually. Reef friendly.
A lot of you have asked for a sort of makeup routine. Maybe we'll do like a how we shower video, or like a...
Yeah, because sometimes it's not very glorious.
Sometimes it's very bad.
But honestly, most days, as long as I have moisturizer and an SPF on, I mean, that's amazing.
Call that a win.
Yeah, I call that a win. Did I wash my face? Did I brush my teeth? Wow, amazing. I even put on deodorant this morning. Woohoo! We also got this native deodorant, which you can't get in Canada. It's really hard to find.
100% plastic free. And Levi and I just got a scent that we both use. I'm really liking it, actually.
Yeah, I hate that they made this $14, which is, in comparison to the native deodorant without the compostable packaging, is like $7.
Yeah, not quite that big of a difference, but yeah, you pay for your values, basically. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a green tax for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What is going on?
Good to see you.
Friendo.
My goodness.
Oh my
Oh,
What
man.
the heck is happening?
Dude, this is hilarious.
This is hilarious.
What
My
the frick, dude?
How
In
you-
Portland?
Wow.
Hello, team, and welcome to Camp Cook Edition.
Woohoo!
This is basically what we eat every day.
We want to have as many fresh, yummy things as possible and some local bread. Looks so good.
So behind me here, you can see we have found a forestry site. So this is a government campground. And we're gonna stay here for 2 whole nights because we have been winging it, boondocking for far too long. We need to kind of just settle down and relax in a place. And this one's right on the Deschutes River. Look at this. So this is basically the view from our lunch table. And this river goes all the way around and actually comes back over there. So we're like in the foot of the boot. Right there where that car is driving, that's only like 40 feet wide, and the river is just on the other side there. As you can see, we have the solar panel set up on the back of the car so we can recharge our battery while we're here. And yeah, the reality is it's a dusty one. It's really dusty here. Show them the beer we got.
I'm so excited. We stopped in at Bend, Oregon. Wait. Bubbles and Brunch Beerlini. Is that not the gayest thing you've ever seen? From our LGBTQ plus community to yours. I love it. Mwah.
So we are going to settle in here for the next couple of days, but we wanted to thank all of you who watch our videos, who support what we're doing, and an extra special shout out to everybody on Patreon who literally supports everything that we do. They get exclusive updates and a secret monthly podcast from us. So if you are interested in supporting what we do and you like following along, check us out over there. And
We love
otherwise,
you, Patreon peeps. You're our favorite.
and otherwise, we will see you again next week for another episode.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.